Many are familiar with the concept of kamikaze pilots. Young men assigned the perilous mission of crashing their planes into enemy warships. These pilots were selected for their ability to accurately target critical parts of ships, causing more damage than traditional bombing runs. The act of a kamikaze pilot willingly sacrificing themselves for Japan was believed to demoralize the enemy. However, what remains less discussed is the fate of kamikaze pilots when their missions failed. In 1944, Japan faced grim prospects, and their last hope to prevent an American victory lay in the destruction of enemy capital ships, particularly aircraft carriers. Conventional attacks on these ships proved too costly for Japan. As a result, young pilots were chosen to pilot planes laden with explosives in order to crash into vital sections of enemy vessels. These pilots were not random selections, they were some of Japan's most skilled aviators. The training was rigorous, but the rewards, including better rations, were more attractive. Kamikaze pilots were also culturally revered. They were expected to reflect on their own mortality during their time off, preparing them for their ultimate mission. However, for some, this psychological preparation was not sufficient to carry out the mission of crashing their planes into American warships. Many kamikaze pilots were shot down before reaching their targets, while some missed their intended mark and ended up in the ocean. In cases where they survived, they would be captured and taken to prisoner of war camps. It's worth clarifying that the common misconception that kamikaze pilots were given only half a tank of fuel to prevent them from returning is not true. There were legitimate reasons for pilots to turn back, such as technical malfunctions, and Japan did not want to waste its well-trained kamikaze pilots. Those who turned back due to technical issues or adverse weather faced no consequences, as it wasn't their fault. Japan turned to this strategy due to limited resources, including pilots. For pilots who returned due to less easily confirmed reasons like enemy resistance or the inability to locate their target, they would face reprimands, but the number of such cases was reduced by conducting kamikaze attacks in groups and ensuring the pilots were inebriated to alleviate concerns about their impending sacrifice. There was a limit to how often a pilot could return from a kamikaze mission. For instance, there was a pilot who returned 9 times before being executed for cowardice. However, most returning pilots were not punished, as Japan valued its kamikaze resources and did not want to waste them. Each kamikaze pilot had the potential to incapacitate an aircraft carrier for months, making them a valuable asset. In summary, kamikaze pilots were not punished on return. Japan aimed to maximize their value. A single kamikaze could disable an aircraft carrier. Efficient resource management was crucial.